Kudzu Zombies, high five.
Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, Mary Stafford, where are we going?
To Oxford
Why?
to see Kudzu Zombies.
Kudzu Zombies. We're in Batesville.
Well, we're doing a screening here at King's Oxford Restaurant, seafood place. The owner, he actually was from Charleston, and he saw.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and we did the so he saw that we were doing a screening at another restaurant. And he's like, hey, Charleston's my town. Let's do it here.
Now, is that part of your marketing platform for
Well,
Kudzu?
at this point, without having distribution stuff like that, and I don't know that this is necessarily my preferred audience as far as I mean, the college kids are definitely my preferred audience.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you are not.
No, I understand. I'm not a lot of preferred audience.
so-
I'm 44, man.
Yeah. So I mean, personally, I would prefer to get it in front of more of the younger people who, it's made for.
Like her, like those two right over there.
Yeah, like those.
28 and 17 over there.
Well, actually, younger kids even like it better.
Well, we had
My
this.
kids loved it, and they're only 10.
You don't have to hide your beard, by the way.
Yeah, but
You know.
that's fine. But I think it's different when it's just for fun as opposed to salacious or.
No, and of course, Austin Powers was just fun.
Yeah, well, it's also
Is there
stupid.
is there some similarities between the types of movies that those are, maybe a little bit?
Well, obviously, Austin Powers was a huge Hollywood film.
Yeah, but I mean,
but
the
they
same
are-
kind of audience.
They are kind of the same audience, and they are kind of the same type of B-type film.
Yeah, that's what I was
They're not to
getting
be
at.
taken too serious.
Yeah,
They're for fun.
they're for fun.
entertaining.
Well, that's what kind of
But
triggered my
the
mind.
tradition of zombie films is to always have some sort of social commentary with it. All the Romero films and stuff like that had some sort of underlying social theme to it. Like the original Night of the Living Dead, the protagonist was a black guy. Like 69. How many,
Yeah, it was a
mixed
different world
race,
then.
films were there, and so that was quite cutting edge socially for that at the time. And we kept that tradition here, making comments about our food supply and what.
Well, that's
we're
what I
eating.
was going to ask you. What's the social aspect here?
Yeah. Well, there's plenty of different social aspects. I mean, part of trying to get people to see my film has been submitting to film festivals, and I've even submitted to some gay and lesbian film festivals because we have a lesbian couple in the film that don't die. Well, I don't want to give too much away, but they don't end up typically like they would in most type of horror films. They're heroes,
heroines.
and they kick ass.
Yeah.
And so, and then we have the main guy, Ed, who makes the meat pies. He's in an interracial marriage, So, and I think we tried to make it look like Mississippi because that kind of stuff happens in Mississippi here.
Do you think that people have a misinterpretation of what Mississippi's all about after coming here and doing films?
Yes and no.
Which is exactly what I would want you to say. I'm not want you to say, but I think
I
that's
think
true.
that's the truth, yes.
Yeah. There's a lot of truth to what people say, but it's also, there's a lot of the other side of the fence,
Sure.
too.
I mean, the generosity and the community spirit and things like that is beyond California. It's people are friendly here. They actually kind of care, and they don't get scared if you ask them how their day is doing because
Right.
they know they don't want anything other than know how your day is doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's that aspect, but there's still lingering issues here.
There are.
Particularly in the town of Charleston, Mississippi, where we filmed the film. I mean, it's been literally only 10 years since I've had an interracial prom in that city.
This is true. And I forget, and I'm only 30 miles away, but I forget that whole thing when they had the first one. That was a big deal.
Yeah.
For that town.
Yeah. And so, you'd like to think that's history, but it's 2006. That's not that long ago.
Yeah. We're in this century.
That's right, and we're talking about Mississippi. Well, I actually think that there's too much religion here in Mississippi, and that if they got rid of a little bit of it, or it was a little more sensible about it, I think it'd do the world a lot better.
Well, I'll tell you, I go to church most Sundays, not every Sunday. But I do think, you know, now we're going from politics to religion now. This is good. So if you really believe in what Jesus taught, he
Yes.
was anti-religious a little bit, but he was pro-spiritual.
Well, he was anti-institution.
Exactly.
Yes.
And religion's an institution.
Yes.
Spirituality is a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Because people that go to church every Sunday sometimes miss the forest for the trees. They forget why they're there because they're just going through the motions.
Well, I think it's so simple. There's only one way to be a Christian, and that's through service, period.
I agree with you. We're in agreement on that.
You know, you can say you're a good Christian all you want, but if you haven't served anybody, you're nothing.
What's the purpose?
That's right. You're just hot air. You're
So-
not walking the walk.
I'm going to change gears a little bit. How'd you get in the movie business?
Well, when I was in high school, I had to decide what I was going to be when I grew up, you know? And
You don't have to when you're in high school.
I thought that that's what they were trying to make me do.
They
I had
were.
to
They-
pick
they-
a
they
major
were,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. And so I decided that cinema would be a good major to take because, I mean, at the time, I was really, well, one of my heroes is Prince, and he has a multimedia empire. You know, he created this Paisley Park studio, and he has 4 sound stages and, you know, music studios and stuff like that. He's made a few films and, you know, generally, you know, has dabbled in all the mediums.
He's the coolest dude on the planet, wasn't
Was,
he?
yes.
Yeah. What? I said what? Yeah.
Sure. And then, you know, one film that really hit me pretty hard was Do the Right Thing back when it came out in the 89 or 90 or whatever that was. And what I liked about it is I thought it was a really entertaining film, but it had this social message about it. And, you know, one of my favorite films is School of Rock, and in it,
Yeah, it's a
he
good one.
quotes like, you know, one good rock show can change the world. Well, I believe that any good movie, rock show, or whatever can change the world. And, you know, Do the Right Thing probably changed mine, and that, you know, I thought, well, I could change the world if I make a movie, you know, have a media empire. But it's not that easy.
No, it's not. How many movies have you made so far?
I don't even know.
It's quite a few.
A few, but mostly recently. I don't really care about the past as much as the present and the future.
I understand that.
You know?
What's your most proud work you've done?
Oh, my family?
I'm talking about film, but yeah, obviously your family. But
Film-wise, I mean, really, the first film that I've done that has been my project is the Kudzu Zombies, and so that would be that film.
yeah,
Yeah, because that's my
that's totally.
concept and my execution
ground
to
up.
a certain extent. Yeah. So actually, you know, I went to school, studied cinema, but I worked at the business school in a computer lab. And,
You got really good at that, didn't you?
Yeah, and then I started a number of internet companies and things of that nature until I was able to sell one. And then I became a movie producer.
You know, I thought about you on the way up. If you model kind of what you've done a little bit, a good way to tell kids to follow their passion is to first go out and find a need and fill it.
Yeah.
That's kind of what you did.
Yeah.
And then,
Because I mean, I always had a passion for computers and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But, you know, I wasn't really a programmer. I was more of a visual design kind of guy. But then I saw a need,
yeah.
and I filled it. I learned how to program, and, you know, there you go.
And then you could pursue your
That's
cinema
right.
career like you wanted to.
It's called delayed gratification, and it's
That
the
is tough.
key to
Yeah.
life. It means that you have to work a little before you get the reward.
I say this all the time. Patrick hears me say this all the time from behind the camera. If I could give young people any one thing, it would be patience.
That's right.
Because
Well,
they
the
have no
classic
idea.
example is like, here's a handful of peanuts or nuts, M&Ms
Yeah.
or whatever. Here's the whole bag. If you can sit there 10 minutes and not eat any of those M&Ms or whatever, I'll give you the whole bag, you know?
Yeah,
And if you can control yourself, you get the whole bag.
right. And how many people can't make it?
Well,
Especially children. That's what they do
children
with
can't
children.
do it.
Yeah.
But it'd be an interesting experiment, I think, to do for adults.
How old are you? You're about the same age as I am.
42, 43, something.
You don't know?
I don't know.
I was thinking you're younger
It's an
than me.
odd year, right? 43, I
But
think.
but you know, but when I tell kids, and I say kids like Patrick's age here. Patrick, what are you, 20?
20, yeah.
So when I tell somebody like Patrick, what you don't realize is when you get our age, you're gonna feel as good as you do now. Do you still feel pretty much like you did in your 20s?
I'm still 18, yeah.
Right. I mean, I consider Patrick kind of a contemporary.
Sure.
I mean, like, we're buds. You know, I don't look
Sure.
at me as old enough to be his dad, which I am.
No.
But I mean, like if he could understand what we know now, that you're not going to be old with one foot in the grave and one on the banana field when you get 40. You got a lot of time to screw up and fix it.
Yeah.
And like you said,
there's plenty of second chances.
Oh man, thirds and fourths.
Sure.
And you only have to be right one good time, and then a proven example here. Man, it's been fun. I know we got stuff to do.
Okay.
I'm excited to see. This is my first time seeing the movie, so I'm excited about it.
I hope everybody seems to have enjoyed it.
And Mary Stafford's excited. She's listening in over there. So she's more excited than I am, I think.
All right.
It was a lot of fun to be on set with you guys and all that. That was a fun experience.
Yeah, and I heard that, I guess, it was really hot when we did it. Huh?
You heard?
I mean, I guess
saw,
if we filmed it this year, it would have been
we
better,
got to tell
right?
one story before we leave. So, true story, I'm sitting there with Dan, and Dan says, I wish we could get some real pig intestines.
Look at that mosquito.
Yeah.
Ninja.
And I said, dude, we're in Charleston, Mississippi. They sell chitlins at the store. And he looks at me and said, what the hell is a chitlin? So we go to the store and buy chitlins, and they're frozen, yeah, and we sit them out on a cross tie.
That's right.
And how long did it take them to thaw out?
Oh, not that long.
20 minutes.
But
And they were
it
complaining.
stunk.
Yeah, they did.
That's awesome.
And he said, who in the world's going to let us put these chitlins on it? And I said, Mary Stafford will do it. So, true story. That's one of the many from the set. That was a lot of fun.
Chitlins.
All right, man.
I'm not going to eat them.
Let's go watch the movie.
All right.
Maybe you could tell us how it is that the dead can walk around.
Did it have anything to do with the stuff you were spraying this morning?
Could be tied up with the chemical they're testing out there.
What in devil's hell is going on in my damn town?
Cannibalism, sir.
Say goodbye, creep.
Don't make it good.
What are you doing? With a toothpick? What are you going to put on this? Be careful.
Don't come out here right now.
There's a lawyer in here, and I'm going to get him to represent me.
Okay, and you're going to tell him that you hit me in the face with a piece of cheese.
But first, before that happened, I got kneed in the groin.
All right. Mr. Olson, what are you getting today? Hamburger steak. Yeah. Treat yourself.
Oh my God.
No horse shit up in here. She said, if you didn't write my checks. Okay. Move. Move. The pixies ask, where is my mind?
We don't want in your mind. That's scary.